This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Gun balls out in the lumberyard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 214. My name's Adam Patterson. Joining me today, we got Kevin Rakestraw. How you doing there, Kevin?
Doing okay.
We're also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you?
Angry.
You have that Euro fever or the Copa fever?
Sure.
Do you have both of them? Have you been watching?
Yes, I am. I watched every minute of every game.
You're just riddled with fever at this point. Boils, sweats. Got the Copa sweats.
Except for there's the Fox Sports Network too. I don't understand why they have that, because I'm pretty sure no one has that. Oh, and they played like 2 or 3 kind of important games on there, so I had to watch them on the Spanish channel.
Nice. I've been trying to watch a bit of the Euro. It's good stuff so far. Have you watched any of it, Kevin, or the highlights or anything?
I haven't gotten to see anything yet.
Kevin,
I'm gonna gorge.
Isn't it? Iceland, isn't it?
Yeah, they had a great match yesterday against Portugal.
They tied up Portugal.
1 in 10 people from Iceland.
10% of the entire country is in France right now.
Yep.
How insane is that? 10% of Iceland
That's wonderful.
is in France for the Euro.
Love it. Love it.
It's incredible. All right, what movie do we have you watch this week?
The Mysteries of Pittsburgh.
The Mysteries of Pittsburgh. Picked this in honor of Central Intelligence coming out this week. Same director, we're talking about Rawson Marshall Thurber. Got a synopsis here. Based on Michael Chabon's novel, the film chronicles the defining summer of a recent college graduate who crosses his gangster father and explores love, sexuality, and the enigmas surrounding his life and his city. The city of Pittsburgh, I'm guessing.
One would assume.
I hope it's not. I hope it's Cincinnati. This stars John Foster, Peter Sarsgaard. Who else do we got here? Sienna Miller, Nick Nolte, Mina Suvari. I haven't heard that name in a while. Yeah. This came out in 2008. Ryan, tell us a little bit about The Mysteries of Pittsburgh.
Well, the main character, his dad is a gangster. His dad's Nick Nolte. And he goes about his gangster business, but tries to keep his son out of it. And his son's going to school to be a stockbroker. And he's not really interested in that, but he's just doing it because he knows it'll make him money. And after being in the movie while he's still in school, he decides to get the job with the least responsibility so that he can have fun during the summer. So he works in a bookstore, and his boss is Mina Suvari, and he banks her throughout the movie. And apparently she believes they're in a relationship, but them, they're just, having fun. So he meets this other girl, really, really attractive, fun to hang out with the girl. And he then realizes she has a boyfriend. And for whatever reason, the 3 of them always hang out together there. It's April. Well, one night, the one guy walks into the bathroom to get the other guy, and he is getting a blowjob from another guy in the bathroom. So he just kind of says, alright, I'll wait outside. Waits outside till they're done. And then they continue talking. And apparently this girl is unaware of this entire think that her boyfriend loves guys. So this first guy, I can't keep track of their names because none of them are. But I've never seen any of them before. But he falls in love with this girl and tells her that he loves him and that he loves her. And she also decides to leave her current boyfriend because he disappeared for weeks on end. Meanwhile, the first guy is aware that the second guy works for his uncle, who is also a gangster. But this guy refuses to tell him what's really happening with their relationship. So he's with this girl for a couple weeks, and all of a sudden this guy comes back, and one thing leads to another, and both guys end up getting together. And they spend the rest of the movie trying to get him out of trouble with these gangster guys. They can't do it, so eventually he just leaves for good.
He just gives up.
He gets out, or he steals the first guy's bike and just runs away. That's it.
So he doesn't get together with the girl, he just runs away, and then the movie ends.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So what'd you think of this?
That's one way to wrap things up.
It was very, very confusing.
Confusing, huh?
I couldn't figure out who loved who and why they loved each other. And the only thing I knew was the second guy worked for the first guy's uncle. He was a bad guy. But beyond that, I was very confused because there was a lot of
thing, right?
Yes, it is. It's very complicated, complex.
Extremely complicated. When it gets too complicated, you just leave. Just run away.
Just run away. Just get away from me. I
noticed as far away as possible.
Mina Suvari's character's name is Phlox in this movie. Phlox?
Yes.
Phlox.
That's the name of a flower.
Phlox.
Bought some phlox a couple of months ago. Got phlox in my backyard.
Yeah?
I like it. I like phlox. So I don't know if I would name someone after it though. It's kind of odd.
Phlox. Phlox Lombardi is her name.
That's such a made-up name. I mean, obviously it is, but usually, when people make up names, they kind of have like, oh, I could see that being a real name. That's not, like, that belongs in the Hunger Games.
And John Foster's name's Art Beckstein. Peter Sarsgaard's character's name is Cleveland Arning.
Oh.
And then Sienna Miller's character's name is Jane Bellwether. So those are some of the character names that you couldn't remember.
Ryan, is there anything more interesting besides their names? Because it seems like right now that's the most interesting part of this movie.
I think their names are interesting. I think they're stupid.
Oh.
Like, why not name your character as halfway normal names that appear connected? At least understand that part. It's not the entire movie.
Are you familiar with the work of Michael Chabon, the author?
No.
He wrote. Did you ever see the movie Wonder Boys? Or ever hear the movie Wonder Boys?
Nope.
Have you, Kevin? Are you familiar with Wonder Boys?
Yeah, I've heard of Wonder Boys.
Yeah, he wrote that book. I don't know what else he did. What? The only one I know of.
I thought you were going somewhere with it.
No, I was just checking to see if either of you were familiar with the guy.
I thought like you had something mapped out here.
Like a list or
but
something?
That ended. That ended rather quickly.
Yeah, that's the only one I know. I could look it up here. Let's see. He also did Fountain City. He did The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay. He did Summerland, The Final Solution, Gentlemen of the Road, and the Yiddish Policeman's Union.
Okay, all right.
I'm not familiar with any of those novels, but apparently he's a pretty celebrated author. I liked Wonder Boys, the movie at least. It was okay.
Okay, good to know.
This one I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm sure that the book is better than the movie, but from what you're telling me, Ryan, the movie sounds pretty dull. Like there doesn't seem like there's a lot going on here. Like he meets a girl and then he just leaves, and her boyfriend turns out to be gay, and then he gets together with another guy, and then he leaves.
Her boyfriend also works for his uncle.
So there's
I do like that you keep coming back to that.
Yeah, we're a little hung up on the fact that he.
Well, I think it's just because it's the only thing that he has a grasp on.
The decent part of the story.
Is the boyfriend the guy that works for the uncle? Is that Peter Sarsgaard's character?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what it seemed like. How's Nick Nolte in this?
He isn't in much, but I hate his raspy voice.
Oh, I like Nick Nolte's raspy voice. His nickname in this movie is the Egg.
Ooh.
He's Joe the Egg Beckstein.
That is a gangster name right
there. It's a tough name.
Watch out for the egg.
You don't want the egg coming after you. You'll get scrambled. Yes.
Do they do any egg puns? Please say yes.
No.
No? Oh, damn it.
There's a 38 on Metacritic. Let's see. On Rotten Tomatoes, this is a 12% with 37 rotten reviews, 6 fresh. There is a critics' consensus here. A listless interpretation of Michael Chabon's first novel, Mysteries of Pittsburgh, features none of the source material's charm, but has the coming-of-age film cliches in abundance. So would you say that is an accurate statement, Ryan? Lots of coming-of-age film cliches?
I guess.
I mean, from what you're describing, it sounds like that is true.
I just see it coming of age and confusion.
What is confusing about it? Is it like the relationships?
There's too much shit going on, and I mean it's only an hour and a half long. The names confuse me. Also, the fact that I did not anyone except Nick Nolte in that piece, so it's just hard.
So being unable to recognize faces puts you at a disadvantage, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And the names kind of trip you up.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. There's a review here from the Boston Phoenix that says it guts the book of complexity and ambiguity and reduces it to another trite coming-of-age story with a badly written voiceover narration by a boring post-adolescent. So, according to this review, the book itself is even more complex than the movie.
Yeah.
So, apparently they even dumbed it down.
Well, apparently I'm dumb.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the book was even more complex. A lot of people just ripped this one apart. So, not a very good follow-up.
Well, I mean, just looking at it, just looking at the IMDb page, and your lead actor is John Foster, who I've never really heard of, and just looking at him, I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is this has to be dull.
Yeah,
this just has to
bland. Interestingly, and I'm sure that this is maybe some sort of typo, but on the Rotten Tomatoes page, the release date says April 10th, 2009, wide. On DVD, May 9th, 2006. So I'm wondering if this actually came out on DVD first and then they released it into theaters? Because that almost never happens. There's really no point in doing something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there was. I don't know what the deal with that was. I never heard of this movie.
Me either.
So
I've heard of the book. I've never heard of this movie.
Yeah, I didn't even know that this was something that existed before I started doing research to pick out your movie. So, I don't know. Let's talk about Rawson Marshall Thurber. Now, this is a director that I think you would be into, Ryan. He directed Dodgeball, a true underdog story, which I know you're a big fan of, right?
Yeah.
He also directed We're the Millers. Did you like that one?
It was alright.
Yeah, I thought you liked that one. And then he did Central Intelligence, the movie that's coming out this week with Kevin Hart and The Rock.
And he also directed Terry Tate, Office Linebacker.
I was circling back to that right now, actually. He did the Terry Tate Office Linebacker short, which was amazing. Do you remember that, Ryan? Do you remember the Terry Tate?
No, I didn't.
How do you not remember Terry Tate, Office
Yeah,
Linebacker?
maybe you didn't see it. Because I feel like if you saw it, you would definitely remember that. So what do you think of this guy? You've only seen 3 of his movies as of now. What are your thoughts after?
The comedy ones were okay.
So the mysteries,
dramatic ones. This one I don't like.
All right. Any final thoughts on Mysteries of Pittsburgh before you give your drum roll?
I need more time. Or
needs
more time.
I think
it needs more time.
It needs more time to develop.
I think he's falling asleep. Sounds like he's falling asleep. Ryan,
It needs more time to develop? What do you mean by that? You're still processing it?
No,
the movie itself?
An hour and a half long, and there's a lot in it they confuse.
So they should have stretched this sucker out to like 2.5 hours.
No, man, like 2 hours.
Just put in some more
sweet spot.
Some more stuff to just kind of inject some more stuff in there for clarification.
Also,
maybe develop the story a little bit.
The movie I couldn't figure out if it was supposed to be ironically funny or if it was supposed to be serious, because Venus Boring and this her character is dumber than a box of rocks. Like that Peter Skarsgård guy. His name is Cleveland in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells it like he's talking about something and he says something like Cleveland. And her first line is, "You mean the state?" She says it really, really seriously. So I can figure out if I was supposed to laugh or...
It sounds like that was a joke.
Be shocked that Cleveland wasn't.
You didn't know if you were supposed to laugh or be genuinely concerned about her well-being, about her state of mind at that point.
It does sound like a really confusing movie.
It does. It's on IMDb, at least. It says adventure, comedy, drama. Now, adventure, I would like to contest that. Nothing about this seems like an adventure. Like,
no, it's not.
What do they going to the Amazon or something and swinging on rope vines?
The whole trying to get out of the gangster life, I guess, would be adventure.
But where do they go? Because to me,
they're just trying to get Cleveland out of the life.
But maybe that's just my interpretation of adventure. But to say something is an adventure, I imagine like going off, leaving your home area, and going off to a different place.
Usually go on like some sort of journey.
Yeah,
or you're trying to accomplish a task or find something. It takes
I'm trying to go to the gas station like 5 feet away from my house.
It's a journey. You're looking for something.
Yeah.
All right.
So, did we
Let's
ever
go-
find out what the Mysteries of Pittsburgh are?
Yes. Anyway, what are the Mysteries of Pittsburgh?
I guess that I guess that's part of the confusing shit. Like,
Yeah, I don't think Pittsburgh's really confusing.
Why this girl or why this guy is banging Beta Savari? Then he told this other girl they hung out with her boyfriend forever, that he loved her. Then he told him that he loved him. Then he went back to her. It's all over the place.
Sounds like Art doesn't know what he wants. Art's the confused one. Because, and I don't think there's that many mysteries to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a pretty straightforward city.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
There are a lot of smokestacks.
A lot of smokestacks?
Yeah.
There you go. That's true. They got them rivers. Got a couple rivers in there.
But I don't see how that makes a mystery.
The mystery smokestacks. What's that smoke? What is
people.
that smoke?
It's people.
Is it people?
It's people. That's what happens.
Really uninspired poster on this one too. Looks just awful. The poster.
Correct. And I like how they're able to throw Sienna Miller in a bikini at the bottom of it.
Of course,
and
we got
it's
to.
the Mysteries of Pittsburgh. Where's she suntanning?
I did say
On top of the smokestack.
But I forgot about the fact that at the very end of the movie, he kills himself.
What? How?
What? Wait a minute.
Because of the smokestack. And
Wait a minute. Hold on now.
Did you just...
What happens here? He kills himself?
Pierre Scorsese.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the main character. It's just like, what?
No.
I love the stuff that you forget to mention.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty major thing. What happens now? He jumps into a smokestack?
He jumps off of us. Like he climbs up. He's trying to escape police. Climbs up the smokestack. Then jumps off the top.
Now, that's sad and everything, but you're trying to escape police. What makes you decide to go up a smokestack? Because there's only one place to go from there.
I think he realized that he wouldn't be able to ever fully get out of gangster life without killing himself.
Oh, so it was like a conscious thing. He was like, all right,
he didn't head towards it, but I assume that's what happened.
Okay. Interesting. All right, well, let's give you your drum roll on this thing, Ryan. What do you give the Mysteries of Pittsburgh?
3.
It's 3 out of 10. I feel like they're throwing out a lot of 3s of late.
That's a good call, though, because that's the dullest number.
It is. Yeah, this movie just sounds so blah. Just not interested in this one at all. What do you think about Central Intelligence? Are you interested in this one?
The trailers make me laugh.
It seems like one you'd be into.
Yeah.
The Rock, Kevin Hart.
Check it out when it comes on video.
Okay.
Pick it up on the old VHS.
It comes out on video. Go down to the old Hollywood video. I'll give it a one night rental.
Goddamn right.
Oh, God.
What's your take on Central Intelligence, Kevin? I know we talked about this on the regular show, but
I mean, it looks like it could be all right.
I'm not going to bother seeing this in the theater.
No, definitely not.
But when it comes out on VHS, I might give it a rental. All right. Any final thoughts, Ryan, on Central Intelligence or the Mysteries of Pittsburgh?
Nope.
All right. There we have it. I think that's going to do it for this week. You can send us your questions and topics to podcast@filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter @FilmPulseNet, @FilmPulseKevin, and @MyLegs.Don't.Work. And if you have a minute, take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/FilmPulse, and consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you next week.
Bye.